Zibanejad, Panarin, and Lafreniere with Gavrikov and Schneider. Senators start Pinto. Coming off the 7-game trip, they won 4 out of the 7. Here's Sam Carrick for the Rangers. Carrick moves in, goes to the backhand. Rangers had a season-high 41 shots. Only 13 in the previous game against Tampa Bay. Paulo stopped by Shesterkin. JT Miller winds the puck around. Gavrikov up the boards. And Panarin sends to center. Here's Miller, joined by Zibanejad. JT Miller, cross ice, Zibanejad scores!
Of 3 offensive players. Nice play here along the boards by Panarin. Now watch the little fake right there. That freezes the goaltender.
Back in Ottawa, Senators drafted him back in 2011 in the first round. Spent his first 5 seasons here in Ottawa. Save made by Shesterkin. Vincent Trocheck. Trocheck in with a shot. That gets blocked by Sanderson. And now here comes Brady Tkachuk. Save Shesterkin. Puck kept it at the line. Long shot by Sanderson goes wide. Save by Shesterkin. Puck out in front. Batherson waits, then shoots off the post. Batherson hit the post behind Shesterkin. Batherson with it again. That Paulo fires. Another save made by Shesterkin. Puck down taken away from Gilbert by Lava. That's Miller on his left. Lava maintains control. Now Miller. Out to Schneider. Now Gavrikov moves it and shoots. He scores! He commented, yeah, it looks like Brad Park out there. I said, how about Vlad Park?
Good old Vlad Park.
Here's Perron. Wade shoots off the post. Second post hit by the Senators. First Batherson, now Perron. Here's Cousins, held up by Borgen. Now Batherson with it. Batherson defended by Trocheck. Batherson down low, Perron. Shesterkin gets a glove on that one. A shot from Batherson. Here's Batherson again, fires, stopped by Shesterkin, and then cleared by a high stick of JT Miller. Zibanejad and Gavrikov. Here's Sam Carrick for the Rangers. Radish. Back out to the point. Morrow finds Robertson. Shoots. That did not make it through. Robertson again. Ahead for Carrick. Puck knocked out of the air by Halliday. And then Gavrikov with a hit. Here's Halliday with a shot. Sticked aside by Shesterkin. Carrick.
Yeah, for sure Lava. And now to me, Robertson is fitting that kind of mold also.
Now Perron with the puck. Tough angle shot. Stopped by Shesterkin. Lava knocks it ahead. Lafreniere sends the puck up the right side. And now across to Zibanejad. Flips in. Glove by Merrilainen.
And Panarin 1 point away from 900 on his career.
Here's Sherry, long shot. Turned aside by Merrilainen. Gavrikov. Tkachuk out in front. Cousins bottled up by Trocheck. Here's Stützle for Ottawa. First power play of the game. Keeps it alive. Lava for Berard. Out to the point. Gavrikov with 30 seconds. Puck deflected by Cooley. And now Connor Sherry with it for the Rangers. Here's Miller. Rangers stay onside. Trocheck from a tough angle. That's stopped by Merrilainen. JT Miller, 2 assists tonight. Sends it back out for Borgen. Then across for a shot by Morrow.
Leg of JT Miller as he kind of wanders to the bench.
Here's Halliday, stopped by Shesterkin. In the first period, that's a big loss for Ottawa, their leading goal scorer. Gavrikov fires, saved by Merrilainen. Puck comes to Brodzinski. Backhand shot, misses the net high. Schneider in behind the net. Lafreniere finds Zibanejad. Out to the point, Borgen. Borgen, cross ice, one-timer from Artemi Panarin. Puck kept in the zone by the Rangers. Zibanejad with it. Zibanejad. Now it's Susie, the defenseman, down low for Lafreniere. Zibanejad back out to the point. Now across to Panarin. Blocked off by Stützle. Senators unable to clear the puck out. Panarin over for the Rangers. Lafreniere slides it across. Save on Zibanejad by Merrilainen. Merrilainen winds it around. Here's Dylan Cousins. Senators enter the Ranger zone, and Brady Tkachuk stopped by the blocker of Lava quickly back into the Ottawa zone for Brodzinski. Brodzinski met by Jensen, his teammate at St. Cloud State. Puck comes across to Morrow, into the slot. What an opportunity. A couple of players off. Here's Sanderson. Sanderson lost an edge. Radish in to play the puck. Now Brodzinski back out for Susie. Here is Borgen moving in with a shot. Score! 3-1 Rangers. Here in the second period. Now lead 3-1. Susie fires. It's blocked. Kept in by the Rangers. Here's Borgen. Shoot. Saved by Maryline. Long rebound. Miller, Sherry out here. You pointed out Sherry and Brodzinski swapping spots, and it paid off as Brodzinski was in on the play, which led to the Borgen goal. Here's Stutzla, defended by Schneider. Out to the right point, Spence, left side. Sanderson a shot, saved by Shesterkin. JT Miller comes away with the puck. We have a 9-3 edge here in the second period. Zibanejad for a streaking Lafreniere. And the save by Maryline. Just over 8 minutes to play here in the middle period. Kenny Albert, Dave Maloney from Canadian Tire Center in Ottawa. Zibanejad shoots, and that's gloved by Maryline. There's Brett Berard. Sends the puck to the corner. Carrick chasing along with Spence. Berard comes in. Berard shoots, save. Carrick looking for the rebound. Puck is loose. Carrick with it again. Up the boards for Susie. Susie shoots wide. Borgen keeps it in the zone for the Rangers. Here's Berard. Berard fell to the ice. Clevin moves the puck ahead. Kept it at the line. Carson Susie with it. Stepped into by Nick Cousins. And now Brady Tkachuk. 2-on-1. Borgen back with Stutzla. Tkachuk stop. Right pad save Shesterkin.
Yeah, I think that was an attempt by Tkachuk to throw it off the right pad. Foot, out it went.
Here is Sanderson in with a shot. Saved by Shesterkin. Puck sent in by Brady Tkachuk. Shesterkin quickly up the boards to Will Cooley. Cooley gives it away to Tkachuk. Stopped by Shesterkin.
Boy, that backhand pass through the middle. Rarely do good things happen. Igor to the rescue. Oh, man.
Now Morrow with the outlet pass. Cleared by Clevin. Knocked down by Berard. Halliday chasing after it for Ottawa. Halliday in front, looking to connect with Nick Cousins.
He scored a natural hat trick on this date.
In
1927.
Maybe that's the connecting point.
There's Lava through the crease.
Maybe you have it with Frank Boucher.
We shall see if he is the all-time leading scorer. Now Radish comes in. Couldn't gain control of the puck. Jensen flips one, saved by Shesterkin, then another on Batherson.
Best way to protect your own end is not to play that.
Now here's Tkachuk. Pass across for Stutzla. Oh! JT Miller with a couple of assists in the first period. Sends the puck back out. Borgen for Trocheck. Couldn't get the stick on it. Then Trocheck sends it off the side of the cage and sent back. He was gone by then.
Yeah, he was gone by then.
But he scored over 350 goals as Dylan Cousins is stopped by Shesterkin. Lava with the puck. Now Jensen once again. Jensen towards the net. Puck deflects into the corner. Here's Perron, backhand shot. Shesterkin got a piece of that one. It was off the mark.
A good job away from the puck by Zibanejad to dart into the offensive zone. Give himself an offensive opportunity.
Here's Panarin off the post. Miller next man to it, so no icing. Thanks to the hustle of the captain. And then Panarin couldn't get it through past Stutzla. Sends it back out for Schneider. Here's Trocheck into the slot. Now Panarin shoots. He scores! Into the empty net.
Rangers were good. Their big boys were good. And they win on the road once again.
Their league high 12th road win.